guys, let's get started. It is Monday, the 9th of May. It's the beginning of a new week, and of course we're going to look at the market. We're going to do a quick market overview, but I will be focusing on Bitcoin and Ethereum as well. I'm going to go into the charts. We'll be doing some technical analysis so that we can see what we can expect from this week and the coming weeks as well. As you see, the markets are still really red today. We are still dropping. Actually, in fact, today we dropped to that lower support on Bitcoin. We are now at 33,700. We were at 33,400 earlier, and I think we hit a local bottom. When I'm saying local, I mean just for the short term, just for right now, we hit a bottom. So I'm expecting now a move on the upside. Let's go into the chart so that we can see what we can expect from Bitcoin and of course the rest of the market, because as Bitcoin is dropping heavily, the market is dropping with it. As Bitcoin is recovering as well, some of the coins will be recovering with Bitcoin, but many of the altcoins will be lagging behind. So really Bitcoin is the main one right now, and as I'm doing a bit of swing trading, a bit of short-term swing trading, I'm actually using Bitcoin and I leave all the outs on the side. I'm not interested in outs during this bear market. So let's go into the chart of Bitcoin. Okay, now let's start with the daily first. On the daily, what we are seeing is that the stochastic RSI is in the oversold region, which is good for us. It means that we can expect a bounce on the upside from here. I think the bounce already started actually, because we did drop to 33,400 and now we are already at 33,600. So it is a minor upside move. We'll see how long it's going to go. I believe that we have to go and try to challenge our first resistance. Let's see where our resistance is now. If we assume that this was as low as we dropped, for the moment, on the way up, as we start recovering, and it will be a short-term recovery, of course we are still going to drop further, but on the way up we can expect that we are finding here this resistance level at the 0.236 Fibonacci level, which is currently at around 36,820. Somewhere around there is the first stop. So on the way up, I don't really think that we'll be going any higher than 36,000. We also have a higher resistance, of course. If in case we manage to break this one, then we can get to the 0.382 Fibonacci level, which is at 38,800. Definitely a strong resistance at this point. I don't really think we will be going all the way up there. The first resistance, 36,000, this is pretty much where we're going to get stops. Now, on the way down, if we are to continue dropping, even though I think that a bounce on the upside is really due right now, but if we are continuing dropping, let's see what can we expect. Well, we are currently at this support level here, so I mean breaking this support is going to be really bad for us. It would mean that we have a free fall all the way down to 23,800. Of course, that doesn't mean that we're going to drop immediately down there, but this is the trajectory, this is the direction. I mean, this is 24,000 pretty much. This is our strongest support at this point, but we of course are going to have some stops on the way, and the first stop will be the previous support where we actually, this is our lowest support from 2021. June 2021 is when we actually hit this level, 29,400. If we are to drop any lower than this right now, we are definitely stopping at around this level. This will be a stop maybe for a period of time. We are going to hold this support before we actually break it, and we might not even break it. We could actually just hold this support and we can find this bottom here. If we confirm this support, we are doing in the longer term, we are going to be printing a double bottom, and we are definitely going to be pushed on the upside. We have the one bottom here, and if we come to this level and we hold it even for just a few days, this will be kind of bringing a bullish sentiment to many of the investors. They will be seeing here a double bottom. They will be seeing that this support is holding, and this will actually push the price on the upside from here. It is really important to see how we're going to respond. What will be the price action once we get to this level? And we are going to get to this level. It is a matter of when rather than if. Going in the shorter time frames, the 1 hour is showing us that we are in the oversold stochastic RSI. The simple RSI is also getting into the oversold region. This is why I'm expecting that a bounce on the upside is due. It's coming. Let's see the 30 minutes chart. the 30-minute is actually already starting to go on the upside here. We did, according to the 30-minute, we did hit here a local bottom at 33,400, and from that point we are starting the move on the upside. The 4-hour chart is also showing oversold simple RSI, oversold stochastic RSI. The MACDs are also on the lower end, so very soon they're going to start going upwards. They have to start curving on the upside. This is what I'm expecting. So quite a few indicators here pointing towards in the short term. So for the next day or two, a bounce on the upside is coming. Now, if we look here on the 4-hour chart, actually, we can see a few other levels of resistance before we hit our resistance at the 36,000. So what are these levels? Well, the first Fibonacci level that I'm seeing here is at 34,874. And then we have another Fibonacci level. This is the 0.382 Fibonacci level here, and it's at 35,800. So definitely a few areas of resistance that will most likely get rejected from. The first one, 34,790. So around 34,800 is where we can find a area of resistance. This is our first resistance, so most likely as we challenge it, we can break above this one, and then we're going to hit the second one at 35,800. For me, this is the one that we will get rejected. So 36,000, even if we reach close to 36,000, most likely we are not going to hit that level. We are going to get rejected around this level. So pretty much 36,000 is what I'm expecting that we will touch, and then we'll get rejected, and we're going to continue going down from there. The 12-hour chart is also showing up stochastic RSI oversold, simple RSI oversold, and market is also on the low end, meaning that we are definitely expecting a bounce on the upside. And also very similar picture with Ethereum. This is Ethereum 1-day chart. As we see, simple RSI and stochastic RSI both are in the oversold region, meaning that we are expecting a bounce as well. Here I've already drawn the Fibonacci levels from my analysis from last time. So we know that currently we are at a support level according to Fibonacci's as well. And we have a lower support which is at 2166. So 2166 is the direction that we are going towards. However, we are going to make a bounce from here, and this bounce is most likely going to stop us at 2670. Somewhere around that price is where we're going to find the rejection, and we're going to touch this level, then we're going to get rejected, and then we're going to continue our drops. So this week I'm expecting that bounce. It might be happening over the next few days. It doesn't have to be immediate. It doesn't have to be, a very brief or quick one. It could actually take a few days to develop, but definitely these resistance levels. Also, if we manage to break the first resistance, which is at 2600, we do have a second resistance at 2800. So these are the two levels that I'm watching right now. I feel that the first resistance is going to get us rejected because, again, too many people are scared, too many people are looking to exit, and as we start going upwards, they will be looking into exiting at these higher price levels. So most likely we will see a lot of selling pressure once we start getting into these Fibonacci levels here, whether it's the 2600 or the 2800. Either way, we're going to see a lot of selling, and it's very likely that the first resistance is going to get us rejected because the selling pressure, I feel, is going to be much higher than the buying pressure. Therefore, we're not going to manage to break above this level. Not yet, not in the first attempt. If we look at the 12-hour chart, it's the same story. We have oversold RSI on both stochastic and simple RSI oversold. So again, pointing towards that bounce on the upside. Quite a few time frames are actually showing the same thing. And here's the 4-hour chart, and it's the same. Stochastic RSI and simple RSI, both of them are in the oversold region. So on quite a few time frames, we are seeing this, meaning that definitely a bounce on the upside is coming. I mean, this is a good opportunity for a swing trade if you want. going long here at this price level as we are at support, and then going short at the resistance. Trading support and resistance at this point is my best strategy, because if I want to make any kind of short-term trades, this is pretty much what I can do. I can't really be accumulating for the long term at these price levels, because I'm still expecting that we will be challenging the lower support levels. We have that support at 2100. We even have a lower support at 1730. Now, are we going to go to that lower support? At this point, it's a little bit too early to say. I can expect this to happen, but this is a support that we have established from July 2021. So this is from our previous correction. This is the support that we established, and it is very possible and it is very likely that we will come to retest that support, but I don't think it's going to be very quickly. It's definitely not going to be this week. But is it going to be throughout this month or perhaps early next month? Most likely that is what we are going to do. This is the trajectory that we're going. We are still in a bear market, so I'm not expecting that this bounce on the upside right now is going to be any signs of a recovery. This will be just a short-term bounce after this huge drop that we made over the last few days. And lastly, I'm looking here on the weekly, so slightly longer time frame here. This is actually looking good. It's looking bullish. We have stochastic RSI going in the oversold region, almost touching the oversold region as we speak. So perhaps by the end of this week, we are going to really drop and touch the oversold region. The simple RSI still has a little bit more room to be going downwards until it gets to the oversold region, which means that, probably in a couple of weeks, we are going to drop to the oversold region in the simple RSI, and this is the more important one. But definitely stochastic RSI is already there, so it is showing that we are expecting this bounce. And this bounce, because on the weekly we are seeing this stochastic RSI getting so low, and also the MACDs are on the low end, and they're looking like they're starting to curve now. They're soon starting to curve on the upside. So on the weekly, we can expect a good bullish price action for probably a week or two even. Of course, this for me is not going to indicate that we are starting a complete recovery of the market, we are turning a trend or anything like that, but it would be good to see a couple of green weeks. We have had how many weeks now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 weeks of red candles. This is not something that happens very often. So after 5 or 6 weeks of red candles, it is very likely to have at least a couple of weeks, maybe even 3 weeks of green candles. So in the short term, we are going to see a bounce on the upside, and this bounce could actually last for a few weeks, which is going to be really beneficial. It will give us some opportunity for people to sell at higher prices, so that they don't really have to be selling here at these big losses. But this is not going to be enough to show a turn of the trend. We'll see how this goes. For the moment, we are holding this support here very well, but this support is not going to hold very long if we keep challenging it. This is now the third time that we are challenging it. So if we hold the third time, that's fine. But if we come for a fourth time to challenge it, most likely we're going to break it. This is why I've drawn these lower support levels, and I'm expecting that we will be coming to that support, the first lower support. Definitely, this is for me the most likely scenario. The second lower support here, which is below 2000, this is also a very likely scenario, but for the moment it is definitely not the immediate term. It's not going to be this month. So if we are coming lower, it will be over the summer months, I expect. July and August are really not great for crypto, so most likely if we are continuing this downtrend and we don't really find, if we are not bottoming out here, then we will be coming here to retest this lower support of 1700. And this is also for Bitcoin. So this is Bitcoin on the weekly. I didn't look at it earlier, so let me show you before I leave you. Basically what we are seeing is, again, very similar. Stochastic RSI already in the oversold region, simple RSI close to the oversold region. Perhaps in a week or two it's going to get there. So as we see a bounce on the upside, again, these are the regions that we are looking at resistance and getting rejected. Most likely the 36,000 is going to be reached actually as this bounce starts. We're going to to go, and it could be developing over a couple of weeks or something like that, but I am expecting that we will be going to 36,000 at some point, after which we will get rejected and we will continue the drop on the downside towards the 30,000 and below the 30,000. So far we've had 6 negative weeks, 6 red candles here on the weekly. We don't usually make more than 6. I mean, 7 is pretty much the most that we can expect. But this week only starts right now, and I'm expecting that we are going to see a bounce on the upside. And as we are opening this week at these low price levels, this will actually be a green week. And in fact, as we bounce on the upside, we could even come to the 38,000. It is possible. I mean, we'll have to have a lot of bullish sentiment, a lot of buyers have to step in order to push us all the way to 38,000. But even reaching 38,000 is still going to be below our 21 moving average. This is the exponential moving average on the weekly. This is an important moving average. And also I have here the 34 weekly. Both of these moving averages are important for us. As far as we are below these moving averages, we are looking bearish. We are in a bear market. So even as we come to the 38,000 or 39,000, which is a very strong resistance at this point, and we hardly have any chance of breaking this resistance, but even touching it, we are still below these moving averages, which is still meaning that we are continuing this bear market. So this bounce on the upside is going to be just a relief rally. It's going to be just a short-term bounce. And after that, we are going to have another drop towards the lower support levels. To establish these support levels, we have to retest this 29,000 support level before we continue on the upside. We cannot just start going on the upside from here. I don't believe that we have bottomed at this price level. This is definitely not our bottom. So 30,000 is on the map, is something that I'm looking into, but a bounce on the upside is going to give me some opportunity to sell a little bit of Bitcoin as well, because of course I didn't sell all of my Bitcoin. And also I'm going to be selling some of my Ethereum, and I'll see if some of the altcoins are also pumping as we go up, and it's some of those coins that I still hold, like BNB and Qcoin shares and stuff like that. I will be selling those as well. Axie Infinity as well I need to get rid of these. So during the bear market, I don't really want to be holding much of these altcoins or even much of Bitcoin. So as we come to resistances, I will be selling as much as I'm comfortable with, and I will be keeping just a portion of my long-term portfolio, but everything else will be going into stable coins, because I want to really catch these lower price levels. I want to catch Bitcoin below 30,000. 28,000 will be great. I mean, 23,000 will be amazing, but I don't really know whether we will get there, and if we do, it will be very brief most likely. So definitely as we start going below 30,000, this is where I'm going to be looking into accumulation. At this point, I'm only looking into selling. One of our sponsors is Tokenmetrics, the website that I use in my market analysis and research. They provide in-depth data and stats on all cryptocurrencies that I need to track, and the majority of upcoming projects, launches and token sales. This is where I find unknown gems before they hit the mainstream. I particularly like their AI-powered analysis and market predictions, plus their detailed breakdown on technicals and fundamentals on the projects that they research, and their expertise in this field is second to none. You can track various analytics, and you have the ability to navigate through categories of cryptocurrencies. For instance, metaverse tokens, if you want to only focus on these, or Solana-based tokens, or maybe you want to see which are the hottest play-to-earn projects right now, or NFTs, and so on. They have all these categories sorted for you, so you can really advance your analysis of the markets and improve your investment strategies. You can also get suggested coins to trade for the day or on weekly and monthly basis, or create your own indices and keep track of your portfolio performance. I've been a premium member of Tokenmetrics for almost 2 years now, and I am using it on a daily basis. They host regular webinars for their members with technical analysis and daily emails as well, where they go deeper into their research of new projects or current market conditions. I find this to be really helpful in my own market analysis, as they give me a hint to things that I might have missed or otherwise overlooked. You get a 10% discount with my link, and they also offer a trial period, so go check it out. Use my invite link in the description below.
Tokenmetrics is a cryptocurrency investment platform that helps users leverage machine learning to become better crypto investors. Our in-depth analysis helps eliminate the emotions of investing, find profitable investment opportunities, and filters out scams.
Alright, well, this wraps up today's episode of Crypto Corner. You are now up to date, and I hope this brought value to you. Please show your support. Leave a like and a comment below, or if you're new to my channel, hit the subscribe button and enable notifications so you never miss an episode. Also, make sure you check out the links in the description below, where you will find links to all crypto services that I use and I recommend to you, including exchanges, hardware wallets, charting tools, and other services that I use to earn interest on my long-term holdings. My ebooks as well. This will help you get a better understanding of crypto and navigate safely in this industry. If you want more valuable crypto content, follow my blog or scan the QR code here and sign for my bi-weekly crypto newsletter. It's free and it's packed with market analysis, news, and other insights to keep you well informed. Thanks for staying until the end, and I will see you in the next episode.